Hello everybody, welcome back for some more War Thunder. This is literally today the 11th battle I drove out in my Type 62 light tank from the 2016 Xmas event. I was just playing a regular battle, grinding for my current USSR research, which you'll see soon, TM. And I was going to actually drive my T10M in this battle. It was the plan because it has a talisman on it, and I have used my Type 62 in the light tank slot now, replacing the ASU-85 in my 8.0 Soviet lineup. But being that this was a conquest map, I decided to use the Type 62 and get to the cap first. And the battle turned out much better than I could have really hoped or expected. I figured get there, probably at least contest the cap, probably get knocked out quickly, and come back in my T10 or ZSU-57 or something. And then fight it out at the conquest cap, but we'll see. Things turned out quite better than I kind of hoped here. So I make it into the cap pretty quickly. Don't have support directly at the cap point, but there are guys around, circling around it in pretty good supporting positions. So pretty good deployment by the team here. Not bad at all. Enemies are getting highlighted by our team already. I've got artillery firing at me, which is actually a pretty big concern with the Type 62. My first customer comes into view, and I get a perfect shot in on him, sort of accidentally. Knocking him out in my first shot there. And then decide, okay, the best thing to do with the Type 62 is probably displace quickly. So I'm going to hide out behind these trees, hope that they give me some cover. All the while knowing that if anybody's got super low graphics and no trees on, they're going to see me sitting here like a big old sore thumb, but at least, hopefully I'm playing against people with decent computers and decent graphics settings. Try to move up to where I can kind of see through the trees. It was kind of a pain in the butt. I nearly opened up on that T-34. He scared the crap out of me. It was kind of hard to like get where I could see from third-person view behind the trees, which I wanted for the open field of view. And also still be somewhat hidden and protected by those trees themselves. So enemies are getting highlighted all around the A point, but nobody's directly threatening the A point yet. Now I'm still sitting inside the A point, so if somebody comes up and is actually enemy starts contesting it, I'm going to be basically detected by the fact that he can't capture. And I won't know that he's in there because I'm stopping them from capping it. So I'm going to back out of the point here. And sure enough, as soon as I exit the point, it shows that someone is capping it. So there was an enemy inside the A point who was probably moving up on me. In fact, might have been about 2 feet in front of me. I get a good a good snapshot off, unaimed through the trees, which doesn't do any damage. And somehow he can't see me, I guess. So there's somebody with decent graphics settings. I tried to shoot through the track wheel there, which didn't work. It was an M47, turns out. I got a pretty good hit on him and got an assist. And then, unfortunately, knocked the tree over, which I was not trying to do, but moved in to recapture the point again. More points is always good. More research for the not quite stock tank, but nearly stock tank at this point. And thank goodness this T-32 here doesn't see me with the turret rotation speed. Non-penetration on the side of a T-32. And there's quite a few enemies moving into the capture point here. Took out a British Achilles for kill number 2. And I'm moving in looking for that T-32, who I know is around here somewhere. Here he is. Except that was a chieftain, not a T-32. The T-32 had already been dealt, or the T-32 had not already been dealt with. He's on the other side of this building right here. And right now I'm just trying to capture the point and get the research. And hope that the T-32 doesn't either, if he backs up and moves into position to shoot at me, or drives forward and moves into position to shoot at me, I've got a chance to hit him. So he's engaged, he's obviously got quite a bit of damage. And I'm able to move in and get a kill shot on him for the 3rd kill of the battle. Our team is doing alright. We've got quite a few guys totally knocked out of the battle, but most of the team is actually concentrating on the capture point and conquest, which is fairly rare. rather than driving all around the map or going way, way, way down south or southwest to try and go after the enemy spawn when there's no enemies at their spawn. The team's actually focusing on the conquest objective, which was delightful, I must say. Now, I don't know where this guy didn't appear from, but he was already dead, so that's okay. Now, after this, right here, I've got an F8, F1 who's paying me a rather undue amount of attention. He comes after me about 5 times here while I'm trying to set up an ambush for enemies coming towards Conquest from out of their spawn. Not in their spawn, mind you, but coming out of it. Basically, the way you want to play the Type 62 is flank and or use cover to your advantage. Pop out of cover, shoot somebody, pop back under cover. Pop out of cover, shoot somebody, move to different cover, even better. And there's the F8F right now. He got shot down, but it was kind of funny that he... Now, not only did he get shot down, but he also made a big ol' explosion there and bombed out all my cover and hit me and should have shown me as a detected. So I'm going to move and get the heck out of Dodge. And somehow, just drive up right behind this another T-32. And thankfully, I had just enough gun depression to get the gun down on him, start a fire in him. Did not have enough gun depression for a follow-up shot here, which I was trying to do. Or right here. Thankfully, my second shot also starts a fire. I lucked out on this guy a couple times. And I'm trying to get around him to the other side to put a final kill shot into him and finish him off here. And unfortunately, the turret rotation cost me what should have been my 5th kill for the battle, but it's alright. And another second assist is fine, too. Now I can see someone has been highlighted up here, and I'm trying to get a spot on him. And finally, I get taken out with 4 kills, 2 zones capped, 2 kill assists, and quite a big score. Not bad for the 11th battle in my Type 62. So we'll move on. I respawned in my T10M to move back up and defend the point. Highlighted where the chieftain was. And nothing else happened score-wise, so we'll just skip forward to the end of the battle here, just so you can see that the battle did finish out, and all the scoring that I did was, in fact, with my Type 62. The Centurion, or the Chieftain was killed out and came back in a Centurion, got another kill, but he was never able to actually threaten the point, and the tickets bleed out, and we win. So my T10 didn't actually get any real scoring. But there you go, the exact same score as what I got with my Type 62, and the end of the battle. So we'll get the score roll up here. You can see, like I said, it's all the same score. Not bad on the research. Not bad on the first place. Not bad for the stock tank. I'm still wearing... Well, not stock. I have the APC-BC, but I made huge research gains on my parts, which is still what my research is. And there's the final score. There's my kill count. An M60, an Achilles, a Chieftain, and a T-32, and got an assist on another T-32. There's the awards. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I thought it was a pretty decent little battle. Not a great, spectacular battle by any means, but for a relatively stock Type 62, I thought it went pretty well. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.